Hey everybody, Will Fix here. Get ready for a dose of hope on XRP, Ripple, and all things crypto. Not because I'm just full of crap, but because I'm full of hope, and not just out of nowhere, but because it's based on research. So if you want to learn about some things going on in the marketplace, I hope you end up picking this spot to pick up something. Hopefully it's entertaining and informative. We usually spend 10-20 minutes together, so let's go ahead and get started today. The objective of my video today is to build the case that we're getting ready to have a monumental crypto run. All of us know the 4-year cycle. We know about the 4-year cycle. And today, I'd mentioned a couple videos back about risk on, risk off. And you guys know what that is. In the marketplace where money is flowing in different segments of the market, if risk is on in an area, then money generally starts leaving that area because people don't want to lose money, and it goes to an area where risk is off. Okay, so everyone knows that we're in a territory of the beginning of a bull run somewhere in here, right? Waiting for the bottom to be settled in, and then it'll be a risk off situation for the crypto market. So today I want to show you a few things that risk on is coming in the banking sector, which affects the stock market, and just a couple things that might make you go, So I'm not declaring it as an absolute because we can't do that, but these things make you go, So let's take a look. Let me take just a minute to introduce you to, and you already know, most of you already know, I use the Decent wallet. This is it here. It's biometric. I open it up with my thumbprint. This couples with Bluetooth with my phone, and then on my phone, I can have the screen that's as large as my phone. And integrates great with all of the coins that I use, and you can also import other coins into it by putting the smart contract address. So if it's not supported by the device, it won't reflect your dollar amount, connecting it to the fluctuating price of the coin, but it will house the coin. So that's a good plus. But most all the coins are in there. I love it for its simple use. And if I need to use the screen on here, I can because it's big enough. And I don't have to do convoluted file making like I did with my Ledger Nano. So if you need a wallet, use the link in the description. My affiliate link gives you a discount. As far as I know, it's the only way to get a discount is with an affiliate link, mine or anybody else's. But I offer that to you because they gave that to me to be able to offer that. So please, if you need a wallet, get you a Decent wallet. It's the one I use. Here's a warning from Elon Musk. Now, Elon Musk, being the richest man in the world, you know he's connected. Bankers like him. Bankers want to talk to him. He probably gets insight that we don't get. And he's not going to telegraph where he gets all of his insight. So it's not just his own personal insight, but it's his position as the richest man in the world. So Elon Musk issues stark warning amid rising national debt, the dollar will be worth nothing. That's an exaggeration, but I believe it will cut way down. Now, if you remember, Elon sold his stocks at the peak of the market. So he understands the market, or at least gets insight from people that understand the market. And he made some very smart moves by selling his Tesla stock at the top, right? So he's worth listening to. So I took note when I saw that he had something to say here about the dollar. And so let's see what's being said here. Why it matters. The U.S. national debt has been a subject of growing concern. In March, it was reported that the national debt has been increasing at an alarming rate, nearly $8.5 billion per day over the past year. As of May 2nd, the total national debt stands at $34 trillion. Last month, the issue of the U.S. national debt sustainability was brought to the forefront of the International Monetary Fund, or the IMF deputy, GETA, who stressed the urgency of reducing the federal deficit from its current 7% of GDP. Now, this is an outside person saying that to us, so it's pretty alarming when we don't take care of our own business and we got to have somebody else say something to us, right? The U.S. is running a very large deficit for a country with a strong demand, and they still have to deal with the last mile to bring inflation down, she said. Meanwhile, in an earlier post, Musk also suggested that AI could potentially solve the debt crisis. AI will solve this, slight chance of killing us, he said in April. Let's scroll. Let's see. All right. So we get this warning from Elon, based on the debt, based on what's going on with the dollar and the fact that, these addicts up there that are spending money, they just can't shut it down. They can't turn it off. Let's look at another factor. Warren Buffett's a significant figure. Why Warren Buffett's billions in cash at Berkshire Hathaway is a bearish stock market signal, a risk-on signal, we'll call it. Berkshire Hathaway's cash pile hit another record high in the first quarter of $189 billion. The industrial giant said in its earning release on Saturday, the massive cash war chest will likely reach $200 billion by the end of the current quarter, Buffett told shareholders at a Packard CHI Health Center today. Such a hoard of greenbacks signals Buffett's bearish on the stock market right now, according to one veteran value investor. Buffett is bearish on the stock market. He shows this by growing his massive cash position to $200 billion, selling Apple shares and saying that he doesn't see bargains. Smead Capital Management CLO and long-term Buffett watcher Bill Smead told me on the grounds of the Woodstock capitalism. Berkshire's decision to reduce its stake in Apple and boost the company's cash position is a move that Buffett says makes sense given the current macroeconomic environment. I don't think anyone sitting at this table has any idea how to use it effectively, and therefore we don't use it, Buffett said in response to shareholder question of Berkshire isn't putting the cash reserve to work. As the world gets more sophisticated, complicated, and intertwined, more can go wrong, and you want to be able to act when that happens, Buffett said. Apple and those other Buffett stocks. The bears have some meat to feast on, compliments of Buffett. Berkshire reduced its position in Apple about 13% the first 3 months of the year, marking the second quarter in a row that the conglomerate reduced its stake in iPhone maker. As of March 31st, Apple accounted for about 40% of Berkshire's vast stock portfolio, worth a total of $135.4 billion. Berkshire reduced its position in Apple as the tech giant has struggled in recent quarters and valuation on stock remains elevated. The stock fell about 10% during the first 3 months of the year, weighing on Berkshire's quarterly results. Weighing, okay. While some initially looked at Buffett's decision to reduce the Apple stake as a sign that his stance on the tech beast has changed, one analyst told Yahoo Finance that taking a little off the top doesn't hurt. This does not concern us all that much because Apple was such a large position in the 13F portfolio at the end of 2023. So anything to lessen that exposure is good from a diversification perspective, Morningstar analyst Gregory Warren told at the meeting. Now, that's safety statements because they don't want to appear to be against a particular asset. But you got to admit, has the Apple phone topped out? The last couple updates hadn't been that big. I'm an Apple phone user. There wasn't much difference between one phone and the next. So they talk about faster processor, but you know, they've pretty much tapped out. And in the phone industry, you've had Elon Musk mention a phone that he was thinking of making. That excites me. Doesn't that excite you? Wouldn't you love to have a phone by Elon Musk? You know, he's talking about it being connected to the satellite. He also mentioned that each phone would be a miner of coins. So your phone would always be mining some form of a coin. Pretty interesting. But that's free. I just threw that in there because I would buy an Elon Musk phone, you know, if it turns out that it looks exciting. And I don't believe he would produce something that was crappy. But let's move on. Now I listen to Jay Bravo. I like his take on the market and his investment advice. I even had bought his courses. I think they're awesome. They taught me some cool things and on swing trading. But let's see what he has to say. This is about the banks.
My swing trading course, 80% off, never lower. Go back.
Let me turn that up a little bit.
To the $21 trillion question and the banks and commercial real estate offices for lease. Well, your Jerome Powell, your leader, already answered that. There will be more bank failures, Powell says, in warning for regional banks over commercial real estate loans. So it's pretty much a guarantee when he says it and CEOs say it and banks say it, it's going to happen. So just chalk that one up to death and taxes. Oh, and the market going up and the market going down. S&P 500 went down today. Are we getting out? And coming in from a comment in the comment section, which triggered me.
I just wanted to let you hear him talk about the banks. Just extra added support rather than me just saying, hey, you know. But there's approximately 500 banks, 500, that are in big trouble. Okay, so that is definitely risk on. So you have people pulling out of the stock market that know what they're talking about. That's a signal of risk on. You have Elon Musk about the dollar. It's a signal of risk on. So where does risk off take place in these areas? Well, if people are leaving the stock market, if they're leaving the real estate market, if they're leaving investments in the dollar, which would probably be treasuries, because if the dollar starts to go, where are they going to go? Well, a lot of that money will go to the crypto market. So the crypto market right now has been risk on, but it's probably bottomed. So this switch that's getting ready to take place, this big dance where money just leaves one area and goes to another area, I think is going to help the bull run tremendously, because it's just like, you know, it's a white swan event. It's a black swan event for those markets, a white swan event for the crypto market. Now, the crypto market initially could respond by dropping. It could respond by dropping like everything else. For those of you that track, sometimes the crypto market falls with the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ, you know, and but there's a lot of charts that also show it recovers quickly, just depending on the risk off, risk on idea. So I wanted to present that to you today and encourage you that the bull run is on its way. The bull run is here, but not yet. So we'll see it. We will see it, and it's going to be massive. And I wanted to share that with you today. I hope you like this content. If you do, please like and subscribe, and give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next video.